Today we're exploring the creme de la creme of custom home communities here in Henderson, Ascaya. I'm going to share everything you need to know about this community, and we're going to tour a custom home, 19 Rockstream. Ascaya is located just 12 miles south of the Las Vegas Strip. It is next door to McDonald Highlands, and right below it is Roma Hills, another custom home community. Ascaya broke ground in 2004, but with all the things going on with the economy, it really didn't get its foot until 2014. Ascaya features 313 luxury custom home sites, all ready to build. What makes this community so unique is that the lots were sold completely shovel ready, ready to go. Yes, you have to go through the permitting process and the architectural approval, but you don't have to start from actual scratch. They've already created that baseline for you. What else is unique about this neighborhood is that all the homes in here feature a desert, modern, contemporary vibe. So if you look around the community, you're gonna see gorgeous custom homes, but they all seamlessly fit in with the landscape surrounding it. The homes at Ascaya represent the pinnacle of contemporary desert architecture. These homes are defined by the lines and the textures that mimic the earth and the desert landscape surrounding it. No two homes are alike here, but all the custom homes blend seamlessly. I remember when Ascaya was announced, my husband and I came to the design center and sat down with the team and learned all about this project, and it was so exciting. The community has been slow to build, but in the last 2 years, it has boomed. Currently, they have about 41 homes that are built and lived in. They have 30 homes that are under construction and about 30 more that are going through the design and permitting phases. Those 313 lots are gonna fill up quick. When Ascaya was announced in 2014 and they were really pushing for people to buy in this community in 2016 and 2017 and 2018, they decided to break ground and spend $35 million on inspiration homes. These 6 homes were created to inspire the community, potential people who are interested in the community, and showcase the design that was capable of being in this community. If you could design your own custom home, I want to know, would you do a modern, would you do a Mediterranean, a colonial, or a contemporary modern? Let me know in the comments below. Part of the amenities here at Ascaya, we have this gorgeous 23,000 square foot clubhouse. And in this clubhouse, you're gonna have a fitness center, which is over 11,000 square feet. You have a community kind of gathering area, a banquet area, and you even have a Wolfgang Puck designed kitchen, which is really unique, and I have never seen that before. In addition to this lovely clubhouse, you also have an 8,000 square foot zero edge lap pool, which is perfect if you want to get some exercise in. They also have cabanas, and one thing I love about this community is they have an events director, and they're always doing social gatherings and events. People in this community are getting flyers for hikes and bikes, and within Ascaya are hiking and biking trails, which is lovely because the elevations in this community have the best views, I think, of any community here in the valley. We also have this half court here, which is nice, especially with this view on a day like today. Little Zen garden to relax. And then what I love about how they designed this clubhouse is you just have these gorgeous Las Vegas Strip views. But you turn around and you're in the desert. So it really blends that seamlessly. A lot of people ask me about security in these high-end neighborhoods, and Ascaya definitely has just that. They have one way in and one way out with a guarded security gate. And I will tell you a story. We used to own a lot in here, and I was just going up to the lot to take pictures and show my dog, because that's what I like to do, show my dog stuff. And I went through the guard gate, but I was kind of driving around the community afterwards after I'd gone up to the lot. And a security person came after me and was like, "Where are you going? What are you doing?" And I'm like, "I actually own a lot in here and I just wanted to see it." And the security guard was like, "Okay, that's fine." But that just goes to show that they have really high security. They have rovers driving around. They have one way in and one way out, so they know what the incoming traffic and outgoing traffic looks like. And I know that a lot of the homes in here have security cameras and things like that. So if you're looking for a secure neighborhood, then Ascaya could be it for you. Let's talk about the environment. So you may have heard a lot about water and water conservation. When they were building out Ascaya and they were putting the vision together, they wanted to create that desert contemporary architecture. And of course they had to make sure the community fit that. So what they did was They made sure that all of the landscaping was desert-friendly landscaping. So you're not going to see a ton of grass here, but what they've done is chosen really beautiful desert landscaping that fills this neighborhood so they don't have to worry about water. Another thing I'll share is there has been 3 new American homes here in this community. And from what I know about new American homes is they always have the utmost highest end environmentally friendly technology that's out there. There's typically solar panels. They're doing VOC free paint. They're using high-end appliances so that it's using less electricity. They're just doing things to conserve energy because that's all the rage right now. That's things that people who are building custom homes are looking to do, because when you're building a 10 to 15,000 square foot home, you want to make sure that your bills aren't going to be exorbitant. So people are looking for different avenues to make sure that their homes are environmentally friendly as well as energy efficient. Let's step inside this 5-bedroom, 7-bathroom home listed at $15 million. Let's check it out. So something unique about the custom home sites here in Ascaya is that the way that they sit on these elevations, where you have these remarkable strip views. And what I love about most of the custom homes in this community is that architects have designed the homes to really capitalize on these views, because that's Las Vegas right there. Ascaya's community features 313 lots, and it is a custom home only community. So you're not going to see any spec homes here. What we're standing in right now is actually a home that a builder and designer came together and created. Now they do have these quick move-in homes, but they are all custom throughout. If we haven't already met, my name is Courtney Bentley. I'm a luxury real estate agent here in Las Vegas and Henderson, and I offer a concierge service to take the headache out of moving to my favorite city. Now let's move on. So what does it look like to build in a community like Ascaya? Well, you're gonna wanna make 2 choices. Option 1, you have the option to buy a resale home here in this community so you can move in right away. Or what you can do is they do have some quick move-in spec built out homes that are custom. So if you remember Ascaya, there are no semi-customs, there are no like walk into a design center and pick things out off of floor plans that have already been created. They are all custom here. So if that's what you're looking for, you can definitely do that. Option 2 is to build from scratch, totally custom, everything and anything that you want, your dream home. If you decide to go that route, although I really love this route because who doesn't want a quick fix, this route can be really fun as well. But just side note, it can take a lot of time and a lot of research before you even start building your home. The first thing you're gonna wanna do is you're gonna want to find the lot that has the best orientation. You're gonna wanna look at the way that the sun rises and the sun sets on this lot. You're gonna wanna find out where the sun is at 2 o'clock when you wanna go swimming. That is something that you cannot change. You can't change the location and the lot of a home 20, 30, 40 years from now. Those 2 things you cannot change. So do your research, drive around, check out different lots, check them out at different times, see the orientation of the lot, and decide what kind of view you want. Do you want a dead-on strip view? Do you want one that has experience of the mountain and the strip? Do you want just the mountain? You have to make all these decisions because that is definitely something you cannot change. So once you've picked your lot, then you're gonna go to step 2. Step 2, finding your architect and your builder. Drive around different communities like Ascaya, the Ridges, McDonald Highlands, and if you can, the Summit. You're gonna see some extraordinary custom homes. And as you're driving around, you're gonna find ones that really stick out to you, that you really enjoy and really like. The style and the look, or even just the landscaping. You're gonna see things that you really like. And if you can, this is something I always suggest to my clients that are looking to build custom, go to open houses. Open houses really open your eyes to different architects and builders. They show you different ideas for custom homes, and it's a good way for you to get your feet wet and really experience what one could be and what one looks like. After you've done that and you've figured out like 3 to 4 architects that you really enjoy, then you're gonna wanna start interviewing them. You're gonna wanna start asking them questions. And the number one thing you need to understand is you have to get along with your architect and your builder. You're gonna be in a 2 to maybe even 3-year relationship with this person. And you wanna make sure that they have your best interests at heart, your budget at heart, and also understand your vision for your custom home. Step 3, after you've bought your lot, you've picked your architect and your builder, you're gonna wanna go to permitting. Getting your permits is key, and it can take 6 months, sometimes even 8 months to get your permits to even start building. After that, you're gonna have some set designs from your architect that you're gonna have to present to the HOA, and that HOA has an architect board who makes sure that the integrity of the community is continued. They have to approve your design, so that's very important to take care of all that too. So you can imagine building a custom home before you even break ground could take a year between permitting, designing, and doing your research. So if you're looking to do this, feel free to contact me. I'd love to help guide you in this process. So what kind of people live in this community? While it's a mixed demographic, I will share there are 2 very well-known celebrities that have lived and live in this community. We have Gene Simmons from KISS, who bought a home in this community. He most recently sold it for close to $14 million. That was a huge sale, but he did live here at a time. We also have Mark Davis, owner of the Raiders, who's building a beautiful, spectacular home. They say it's gonna look like the Allegiant Stadium. I don't know. I've never seen it, but I've heard through the grapevine that Blue Heron's gonna be the one designing this home. So we do have 2 very well-known figures in this community, or once was in this community, and I'm sure there are a ton more. Like I shared in the beginning, this community is very secure and very private, so there isn't a lot of know on who lives here, except for what we see in the review journal. I will share though, from the activities I've seen in the social calendars and the new family-friendly park that they just built, there is a ton of activity going on in this community, and I know it's welcoming families from all over. So you may be wondering, what does it cost to live in this community? Well, let's start with the HOA. Your HOA is about $825 a month right now in 2023, and that depends on how many lots you own. Now, if you want to buy a custom lot, you're looking about $1.2 million for close to a half-acre lot, and that goes up depending on the view and how much acreage you buy. Now, what about resale homes? Well, in this community, we're seeing homes range anywhere from 10 to 12 to $15 million. So if you're in that price range, Ascaya could be the perfect community for you. So let's talk about the pros and the cons of living in a custom home-only community. The pros. It is so lovely to drive around and not see cookie cutter homes, or homes that all look alike with a little bit of variation. So having that beautiful, inspirational architecture is really, to me personally, very inspiring, and I know people around really enjoy seeing the different homes. The cons of a custom home only community is they do take a little bit longer to sell these custom lots, because like I shared just a bit ago about the process of building a custom home, it takes quite some time, and someone who wants to buy a custom home lot, they have to make that decision that they want to take on not only the lot but also that project. So that is definitely something that a lot of people have to consider. The other thing is there is a ton of construction. I'm sure if you see my video where we drive through McDonald Highlands and I show you the lifestyle of McDonald Highlands, you saw a ton of construction. Well, you're gonna see that in these custom home only communities like Ascaya that are brand new. There's just tons of construction everywhere, which is super exciting because, you know, growth of a community, but also can be very frustrating if you have to sit behind big trucks and there's nails and dust and dirt. So these are definitely things you're gonna wanna consider. The other thing, I was actually speaking to an architect friend of mine yesterday about, you know, custom home only communities and how they age, right? So in 20 years, are these homes gonna be significant? Are people gonna wanna still buy these homes in 20, 30 years? Because these homes are still gonna be here. And sometimes people can build homes a little too custom, where maybe they're not thinking about that resale value after. Now, some people don't care about that. They just wanna build their dream home, but others do consider that. And I think that is something to definitely consider if you're looking at a custom home only community. Would you prefer to live in a custom home, quiet type neighborhood, or do you want to be in a community with lots of events, lots of social activities, and lots of things going on? Comment below and let me know. So the uniqueness of Ascaya is building and growing. Like I shared, there are still homes being built here. You can still buy a custom home lot here. And I have seen some of the most beautiful homes in this community. And I love that the new American homes are popping up in this community. That is like the highest accolade in this type of community. So that's amazing. I think the clubhouse is spectacular. There is one thing that I wish the clubhouse had, and I've heard through the grapevine they may get in the future, which is a restaurant. I do feel like it is missing that. But otherwise, I think this community is growing and getting better as time goes on. I love the views. I love driving through this community and seeing all of the custom homes. I just think it gives that sense of total, complete luxury. And I just feel like in the next 5, 6, 7 years, this community is gonna be like the community to live in. I just think it has some time and some growth where people need to come and build out. But I think if you're looking to live in this side of town, you don't care about the country club, you don't care about like having all those types of amenities, and you want to be in a very exclusive custom home community with views, right? Strip views, then Ascaya could be the best community for you. Living in a community with neighbors who want the experience of desert contemporary, who have the same values as you, and you get to have your very own custom home, that's Ascaya in a nutshell. So I want to know, would you consider building a custom home here in Ascaya? Comment below and let me know. For more videos like this one with Henderson relocation tips and Las Vegas information, check out the videos above. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.